Hi, E-Rate. This lesson you're going to get to have a go on Scratch. Now to get to Scratch, you go to scratch.mit.edu and you're probably going to have to create an account if you don't already have one. Okay, so when you hit that join button, you just have to create a username and password and click through the next button. Now it should ask you for an email address when you're registering. Please use your school email address, and once you've created your account, you're going to have to send me your username and password so that I can have a look at your work whenever I want to. Okay, for now I'm just going to go back because I already have an account. And once you're logged in, it will say your username there. Okay. A couple of things about this screen here. Create your banner. You've got create option when you want to start coding. You can explore existing ones, ideas and about. This little drop down here next to your name, you can go to your stuff. That's where all your games save. And you'll be able to see here that I've created a number of things already. Okay, so what we're looking at doing today, we're looking at starting to get used to it and using all the coding features, make it a name game. So hopefully by the end of the lesson you'll have something like this, where each letter of your name does something else. Okay, you might also have a sprite that comes in and does something. Okay, stop. So let's have a look at how to do that. So you'll go to create, it'll load this platform, and on this screen here, looking left to right, these little color-coded dots are for your code. So you can see this one's light blue, and here's all your light blue blocks. You can just click on the next one to go to all your coding options that are to do with looks. Your next one for everything's to do with sound, everything to do with events, control, sensing. You get the idea. You can also just scroll through them like this. Okay, going across ways now, you've got your costumes. So this is to do with your sprites, and they're the things that you load to be in your game. Okay, and some of them have multiple costumes to make it look like they're running. So if you look over here, as I click on them, you'll see it looks like he's moving. Okay, and so you can choose to do to make some code for these to flick between them. Okay, sounds, you can load sounds in here. Choose a sound. There we go. You can record sounds. You can just have a random one generate, or you can even upload. So as you get really good at this, you could start creating your own MP3s on your devices and upload them to Scratch to play. Okay, let's jump back to the code tab. Over here you've got your preview window. You can name them. It gives you a coordinate X and Y. So X is where it is left to right, Y up and down. So you can see 0, 0 is in the dead center. If I moved him this way, changes his coordinates. Okay, you can change his side here, so I can make him twice as big. I could make him half the size he originally was. Okay. So what you can see here, guys, Scratchy, I'm going to get rid of him. So down here in your sprite list, you can hit the delete. And now to load sprites, you can go choose a sprite, choose sprite, and there's all these pre-built ones. That's the whole list. Right, you can see all selected. If you know what you want, I'm going to go for letters. Go straight to it and you can start inserting sprites. Alright, you can click to position it. Okay, so I've got all the letters of my name there. Now what we have to do is try and get each letter to do something different. So my W, I'm just going to try and get it to move up and down on the screen. So I'm going to click on it here. It'll have the W there, and then in this space here, it's where you drag all your code in. Okay, so we've got the W here. We can start dragging in our code. So I'm going to go to events, and I'm going to say when the flag is clicked. Okay, and this is all about building algorithms. So when I click this flag, that's when something's going to start happening. So when the flag is clicked, I want it to move down, so it sounds like a motion. I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to go change Y by minus 100. And I'm going to hit the flag, and I see what that does. Okay. If I hit stop and start again, he keeps going down. So I actually want him to return to his normal position. So I'm going to drag him up. I'm going to note my coordinates here. And in motion, I'm going to go to and look at that. It's automatically where he is. I'm going to put that at the top. Go there, change Y by minus 100, and change Y by 100, so it goes back up. You can click in here, done. And click stop, start. Doesn't look like it's working. But you haven't actually told it to stay down here for a little bit and go back up. So what we need to do now is put a weight in. Stop, start. There we go. Now I just wanted to keep doing that forever. It's a loop. So down here, I've got a forever loop, so I'm in control. And I'm going to get everything from here downwards inside there. Stop, start. Okay, kind of working. If I throw in another weight here, stop, start. There we go. Now I can make it even faster. Might go 0.2 of a second there, 0.2 of a second there. Stop, start. There we go. Okay, that's W done. My O, I want it to flash. So when we had Scratchy on the screen before and we could move him, it was between costumes. So I've got my first O selected there. He's there, so that's what I'm working on. I'm going to come across to costumes. Now, he's only got one costume, but you can do this. You can go right click, duplicate, and then you can just paint this one. I might pick a different colour. Now I might make it the paint bucket. Just make it like that. Okay. So the important thing here is I've got costume 1 is called block O, costume 2 is called block O2. So I'm going to jump back into code. And for this one, I'm going to say when the flag is clicked, looks, show, switch to costume block O, forever, next costume, and I'll put a little weight in there so that I can see it actually happening. Now make it super fast, like 1 of a second. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, let's try and make the next one spin. So click on the next one. When the flag is clicked, forever, motion, turn, 15 degrees. Let's see what that does. Alright, nice and easy. The next one I might try and make it play a sound. So, D. So I'm going to click on it down here. Forever. Oh, no. Events. When flag is clicked. Forever. If touching. Touching feels like a sense. If touching the mouse pointer. So if I hover over it, I want something to happen. I'm going to play sound. So I'm going to get a sound. Play sound meow. Until done, until it's finished the sound. Okay. I don't like the sound of meow, so I'm going to go to here. I'm going to go here, choose a sound, and I've got all these sound effects. If you click on the play or even hover over it, it should give you a preview of the sound. So I might go to animals, Right, snort, and you can manipulate it here a little bit. And as you do that, gives you a preview of the sound, okay? And so now it's building my list of sounds here, and that's the name of it. So if you wanted to rename it, you could. I'm going to jump back into my sounds. Meow now has snort there. Stop, play. W's moving up and down. Got a flashing costume. I've got one spinning, and if I touch this, it makes a sound. Okay, so you get the idea of how to build code. When you guys are doing yours, I want you to really have a good look through here and see the sorts of things you could do. So there's some glide to random positions. There's glide to specific positions. You can make things chase your pointer. You can make them say things. There's lots of different things you can do. You've got all your sounds. You can change volumes. You've got things in here about backdrops. So let's have a look. Over here, you've got choose a backdrop. Choose a backdrop. You've got all these backdrops to choose from. So just go in and choose one of those. There we go. And it puts it in. Okay, that's really simple. Choose a backdrop. Drops it in. Now, so you can choose whatever backdrop you want. And when you've loaded a backdrop, instead of it building your list here, you tab up here that was costumes changes to backdrops, and you can see the two that I've selected. So I could do something cool like this. On the S, I might make him glide to a certain position. I'm going to go to random in half a second, so it's moving around pretty fast. I want it to always start from the same spot. And let's see, and I might say if it's on the edge, bounce. There we go, if on edge, bounce. Let's see what happens. Okay, so this is moving around. It does collide with other letters, it doesn't do anything. So I'm going to say when it collides with the W, change the backdrop. Stop. So forever, if, and I can put this down under here. I said if it's touching, so it's a sense, touching. And my drop-down options here, I should have my W. There we go. If touching W, I want to change my backdrop. Switch to backdrop beach Malibu. All right, I think that's what I'm already on, so I might make it basketball 2. Stop, play. Oh, look at that. Okay. And I could have one for if touching D. Let's try that. If touching D, switch to backdrop, beach Malibu. Oh, I was just missing him. There we go. And if I hit D, it should switch back again. There we go. So guys, have a play around with that. Use as many different parts of the block codes as you can so you really start to get a hang of it. Now in terms of saving, file, save now, and it's saving your project. When you log out, log back in, remember click on your name, go to your My Stuff, and it will be there in your list, most recent at the top. Okay?